When Sarah and I got married, I thought I had found the kind of love that only exists in quiet promises and unshakable loyalty. We built a small home together, filled it with laughter, and dreamed about a future where nothing could break us. But slowly, over the years, something changed. Her eyes that once looked at me with warmth started drifting toward her phone more often than my face. It began with small arguments, missed calls, late replies, sudden girls' nights that lasted until morning. I tried not to suspect anything at first. I wanted to believe her. But one evening, as we sat at dinner, I asked her why she was so distant. She looked up from her phone and said sharply, "You don't own me, Daniel. I'm not your property." Her words hit harder than any argument we had ever had. I stared at her, trying to hold my calm. "I never said you were," I replied quietly. "But if being faithful feels like ownership to you, then maybe you've already left this marriage." She rolled her eyes, grabbed her purse, and walked out, leaving her food untouched. I sat there for a long time, realizing the woman across the table wasn't my Sarah anymore. The next day, I decided to confront the truth I'd been avoiding. I checked our shared phone bill, something I had never done before. Her call history showed dozens of late-night conversations with a number I didn't recognize. My stomach twisted as I copied the number and searched it online. The name that came up belonged to her coworker, Ryan, a man she'd said was just a friend. I didn't explode or shout. I simply texted her, "Sarah, if you found someone else, just say it. You don't have to lie anymore." Her reply came a minute later, "I'm not your property. Stop controlling me." My hands trembled, but I forced myself to stay calm. I typed back, "Then you're not my wife." I put my phone down and walked outside, taking a deep breath in the cold evening air. For a moment, there was silence, peaceful, painful silence. Then my phone began to buzz. Once, twice. Then it didn't stop. 15 missed calls in under 5 minutes. I didn't answer. I couldn't. When I finally checked the messages, they were a storm of apologies. "Daniel, please pick up. I didn't mean it like that. We need to talk." But I had already talked enough. Every word I could have said had already been spoken and ignored. It was her turn to face the silence she had built between us. That night, she came home crying. Her makeup was smudged, her voice broken. "It wasn't serious," she said. "It just felt good to be noticed again. I never wanted to lose you." I listened, my heart breaking and hardening at the same time. I had imagined this moment 100 times, and in each version, I forgave her. But not this time. Something inside me had gone still. "Sarah," I said softly, "love isn't ownership. But it is responsibility. It's trust. You broke that." She reached for my hand, but I pulled away. Her tears fell faster. I wasn't angry anymore, just empty. In the days that followed, she begged for another chance. She deleted her social media, blocked Ryan, and even asked to go to counseling. But the truth was, I couldn't see her the same way again. Every time she smiled, I wondered who else she had smiled at like that. Every "I love you" sounded like an apology instead of affection. I filed for separation quietly, without drama. She signed the papers, sobbing through every page. I didn't gloat or remind her of the 15 missed calls. I didn't need to. The silence between us said everything. Months passed, and I rebuilt my life piece by piece. I learned to cook for one, to sleep on one side of the bed without feeling lonely, to enjoy mornings without waiting for anyone's good morning text. The ache faded slowly, replaced by a strange calm, the kind that only comes after surviving a storm. One day, I received a letter in the mail. It was from Sarah. Inside, she had written, "You were right. Love isn't property, it's a privilege." I lost it because I didn't understand that. I folded the letter and placed it in a drawer without replying. Now, when my phone rings, I don't feel the same anxiety I used to. I answer when I want, I disconnect when I need to. I don't chase after love anymore, I wait for respect. Because I learned the hardest way possible. Sometimes silence is the most honest reply you can give. And though she once thought freedom meant walking away from me, I realized mine began the moment I stopped answering her calls.